So, it's been a year since my mom died, as of today. I'm actually recording this in advance because today I'm actually driving up with my dad to go visit my sister at her college, and we're going to have a dinner, so it'll be lovely to spend time with my sister, and then we're just gonna drive back home. It'll be, it's 4 hours to my sister's college, and then 4 hours back here, so that's a day event. I had to take the day off for that. But enough about that, I suppose. I can't believe it's been a year since my mom died. It's unbelievable. It feels like it's been a long time, but at the same time, it feels like, not a whole lot of time has really passed. It's staggering how time works, I guess, in that regard. And I'm totally coming into this video unprepared. Definitely gonna leave this mostly unedited. Just not. It's just unbelievable. I would have never thought that when I was 21, on my 21st birthday, I would have never have thought that I would have had less than a year of time with my mom. I could have never guessed that in a million years that I would have less than 1 year with my mom left. It's incredible. Not necessarily a good incredible or a bad incredible. Just how much time passes and how much things change. I promised myself that I wouldn't change after my mom died. I'd still be me, and I think I am still me, but I'm definitely not the same person that I was before my mom died. So I already broke that promise. But I think it was inevitable. I think it's inevitable for such a big moment in your life to happen and not be affected by it in any sort of capacity. It's inhuman to not change. I think I said that right. No, it's just, you have to change. You have to adapt, or it's gonna eat you up. This year has been a roller coaster of a year. I would say that after the first 6 months that my mom was dead, I was able to kind of move on in a sense. I was still pretty sad, but I really felt that I was changing as a person. The first 6 months was interesting. I didn't really do any breakdowns. I kind of did that before my mom died, which is kind of odd, but I had some trickles of moments of nights where I cry myself to sleep, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. They're definitely even on the day of my first day at this job. I got super emotional because I heard a song, and I got worked up about just my mom and stuff, and it was just a weird moment, just sitting in my cubicle, just kind of feeling a lot of emotions on my first day of work. And honestly, that happens from time to time. It's just slowly happening less and less as I'm getting over it. I think I'll always, in some capacity, feel this way. I think I'll eventually get over it. My mom's death. I mean, I'd say I'm pretty much over it, but you're never 100% over it, and I think I'll get to like 95% over it, and that will be probably as far as I can get for being over it. I mean, I have several thoughts of, if I have kids, what am I going to tell them about their grandma? I'm going to have to introduce my kids to probably the best grandma ever, that I had to introduce their grandma through like pictures and just memories, and that just doesn't do it justice. She would have been a great grandma. She always she always wanted to have grandkids, but me and my sister would always joke around like, we're never having kids. That's not gonna happen for a long time, if ever. And we'd always joke about that. Little did we know that that would kind of become true. Kind of bites me in the butt a little bit that came true and whatnot. But you know, I shouldn't be too worked up about that. I shouldn't think too much about that. Other than that, this year has been just the weirdest year ever, and that's not just to say that because my mom passing away. Sure, I'm gonna be going through changes emotionally, just trying to figure out stuff, but even besides the point, I think that I have grown as a person, personality-wise and just mentally, in several different ways that I would have never thought possible. And yes, I guess you could say that they're probably 100% because my mom died, but it's just, I'm never very good at expressing my feelings. Kind of ironic since I have vlogs and toilet talks that I talk about my feelings, but you know, I'm a manly man, so we don't really express ourselves emotionally that well, if ever, and I'm certainly not very good at it, so I apologize if this is rambly and unorganized. I definitely came into this not prepared, so apologies for that. In terms of things that I regret, I guess, not a whole lot. I kinda told my mom, any regrets, the last time I saw her alive, like, face to face. When hospice came, they gave us, like, you know, or actually I should back up a little bit. When we were going to put my mom in the hospice, we had a little brochure that they gave us, and it was just like kind of how to deal with death and whatnot. One of the suggestions was, you know, write a list of things, of like regrets, things that you want to tell the person going into hospice. So I kind of got that out of the way. So in terms of that, I'm glad I got to speak my mind and whatnot. But every day I tell myself that I'm going to make my mom proud, and I definitely know that she is proud of me, but that doesn't mean that I can stop making her proud. I should always strive to make her proud as if she was still here, and just make her, you know, proud that she adopted me, make her proud that she picked me, and I can never repay her for that kind of kindness and what have you, but you know, that's just something that I always tell myself every single day. Like, what am I gonna do to make my mom proud today? And just other stuff, which, you know, I'm not sure if that's exactly the healthiest thing to do. I'm not even sure if it's a way that for me to figure out how to cope with this death at all, but even sometimes when I'm home alone and I'm off to go to a friend's house or to an event or go pick up a new video game or something, every now and then I will open the door and take one foot out of the door and turn around, look back into my house and just yell, "Bye, Mom," because that's something that I kind of did when it was just like me and my mom home, and you know, I always told her goodbye if I left, and that's just something I always did. And that's just, I don't know if that's healthy. I don't do it all the time, just when the moment catches me where I feel like she's behind me for some God knows reason. I just have the urge to say that, you know? I mean, another quick point is a little history about me and my mom in terms of our relationship. My teenage years, from middle school up until my senior year of high school, so like my middle school years, 7th through 11th grade. Me and my mom were definitely not very close. We were pretty much angry at each other for, I shouldn't say most of the time, but a lot of the times we were kind of at each other's throats. I mean, I was a stupid teenager, you know. Teenagers are dumb, alright? And there were definitely times where, that we both said, you know, we hated each other, and that was just, you know, it. Just stupid teenagers. I can't even remember pretty much any of those situations. I'm sure that like 99% of the time it was definitely my fault. I was a stupid kid. I still am a stupid kid. Just I was way stupider when I was a teenager. But from my senior year of high school up until my mom died, we really, really got super close. And it was just incredible. It was so nice to be super close to her. We talked about a lot of things. She was my mentor, my mom, my best friend. And it's weird because through 7th through 11th grade for me, we couldn't stand each other. But from like 12th to when she died, we were best friends. And, you know, I always, when I was going through college, I was at a community college pretty close to my hometown. So, and all my other friends left, and they had their grand life stories about, you know, college life and, you know, living on their own. And I always felt kind of guilty, I guess, but also like I was being held back, like I was missing out on life experience and stuff, living at home and going to a community college, and just kind of pretty much being in high school, while my friends were experiencing life. I always felt kind of, I guess maybe ashamed that, you know, I was still at home. But, you know, I look back on those times and I'm so glad that happened, because I would have never have gotten close to my mom, and I would have never have made a lasting bond, friendship, mother-son relationship with her if it weren't for me staying at home. And, you know, not to get super religious, because I'm definitely not a religious person, but the saying that God works in mysterious ways, you know, I used to kind of not really take much thought into that, but, you know, after that, it's kind of staggering how true that statement has become for me. And I don't regret any of those years that I got to spend time with my mom, just talking to her, you know, listening to advice, listening to life advice, laughing with her, and even little arguments about doing the dishes or taking out the trash. I look back fondly on those memories because I wish I could do those memories now. I remember thinking that sometime near, probably a year before she passed away, I remember thinking to myself that I love this relationship that me and my mom have made for each other, and I remember thinking to myself very specifically, I cannot wait to continue on growing with my mom and just being friends and her being a mom to me. I was just so excited for what life held for just the development of me and my mom's relationship. I was so excited to, in a weird way, I was excited to grow old with her. That sounds kind of weird, but I was just excited to, you know, tell her that I'm engaged, tell her that I hit 1,000 subscribers, tell her that I hit 100 subscribers, tell her that, you know, I'm having a kid. I was so excited to tell her all these and to experience those moments with her, but just now I can't, and it sucks. It's frustrating as hell. Absolutely frustrating. But in the end, I'm so thankful that I got the time to spend time with my mom, and I'm glad I finally learned to pull my head out of my ass and, be a good son, because I definitely was not a good son. I'm glad we had a good relationship up till the end, because if we didn't, I probably wouldn't be able to forgive myself. Absolutely not. I would not have been able to forgive myself. So, looking for, or I should say, before I get there, I promised myself that, I would change who I was after my mom died and whatnot. And I told myself that, I would fully let go and be 100% okay and 100%, what's the words? Just letting go, I'd be 100% okay with that. And it kind of came at 6 months after she died, and now that, not really today's the day, but as you're watching this, today will be the day that it'll be a year since my mom has died. I feel that, yes, I am ready, or yes, I am 100% ready to let go, but at the same time, that those feelings will never go away. I mean, as major life events happen to me, I will just wish that my mom was there. But she's always watching over me, so she'll always be there in spirit. So, I think going forward, what I'd like to do, I guess a goal for, next year maybe, is be even more okay with my mom's death, because I don't think I'll be 100% okay with it. Not ever. But that's just life, and I gotta get stronger and, be more in touch with myself, and this past year has really shown me and helped guide me on who I am supposed to be today and who I'm supposed to be in the future. And for many years ahead of my life without my mom, just her death showed me what an impact on my life she's made on me, and I can't squander that life. I can't squander her teachings and the way she raised me, and I can't waste that. I won't waste that. So I gotta do my best to make my life my life. I gotta make sure that I live my life to the fullest, because I know that she put her fullest of life into me and my sister, and I can't waste that. I won't waste that. So, this past year, I've done a lot of growing, and this anniversary just solidifies that I got a lot of growing to do left, and I'm never gonna stop growing. And it sucks that I gotta live in a world that she's not here, but I can't let that get me down. I can't, and I won't, and I just gotta do my best. I gotta make sure that every single day I make her proud of me. Every single day. That's been my mentality since she died, and that will forever be the mentality I have for the rest of my life until I see her again. I just have so much growing to do. I have so much to see, so much to experience. And it's all because of her building blocks, of her foundation of my development, that I can't squander that. So, I think I've rambled long enough, and I apologize for rambling, and if I've repeated a couple things, I'm pretty sure I repeated 2 or 3 things, but this is just, I just wanted to voice a couple of my thoughts and my emotions to you guys, and, to you guys, but mostly I'm doing this for myself, just to look back on this 40 years in the future and reflect on this later. And I'm 100% adamant that I'll look back on this video and it's gonna be I'm gonna be so happy that I did this. I'm gonna be so happy of the person that I've become. I'm gonna be so proud of myself. I'm already so proud of myself right now for making it this far. And I'm gonna make myself proud, I'm gonna make her proud too. So, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks you for all the support that you guys have given me. It means the world to me. And I just hope that you can continue watching me grow and become a better person. You know. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that.